Oh my god, he doesn't know his assignments! He doesn't know his assignments! I glitched him! He runs man-to-man every Guys, if you're looking for the most effective offensive and defensive schemes for Madden 21 season, make sure you head on over to acemadden.com to become a member. Our Pro and Elite memberships offer you access to over 10 ebooks that our Pro players plan on putting out through this upcoming year. And if you decide to become a member, make sure you use code CIVIL for 10% off. Now, if you want to see more awesome clips like that, make sure you go follow my Twitch, linked in the description below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, join the Civ Wave, hit that like button, and leave a hashtag CivWave for a chance to be shouted out in my next video. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, if you paid attention to any Madden 21 news, if you've played any Madden 21, you know that man coverage is really good. And of course, with man coverage, it's frustrating because obviously it's going to bag, it's going to go right where the receiver is, and when this is too OP, it's really hard to get anything open. Corners right now are very hard to get open. Posts aren't getting open consistently. Zigs, outs, ins, they're doing a very poor job of getting open, but there are some ways that we're able to actually manipulate that. As you saw in the beginning clip of the video, we're able to manipulate it for a one-play touchdown. And what I want to really basically show here is, check out this zone cover, or check out this man coverage, right? You see it? You see it? We're going to motion Edelman over a step, and watch what happens to all the man. Watch what happens to the man above Edelman and the man above A. Okay? We're going to motion him over a step. See how they flip? You see how they all totally flip? So, we have something really valuable here. Now, don't worry about this play. I'm literally just snapping the ball. Motion out routes actually do a really good job against man, by the way, especially if like a stock out route like that becomes. Anyways, that's all the video is about. So this gives us a bunch of really good options because most of these defenses are look at something like this. Sometimes they have some flat zones, but when we have this at our disposal and we know that we can now manipulate these zones, this is really good inside of trip sets because you have trips on one side and then that solo corner gets really glitched out on the other side. You can mimic it from some compression sets or some double sets, but this is the easiest way to do it from a trip set like this, and just about any trips will work. So the easiest first thing that we can do is, because we know both the guy above Edelman and the guy above Vittel, I believe his name is, that tight end right there, number 45, are going to get glitched out, we can actually put them both on out routes, and watch what happens when I motion Edelman over just a step. You're going to let him sit for a second, and you see what happens right there is that he gets wide open. Edelman gets wide open, and if you haven't really realized why that is yet, if you haven't really registered it, watch what happens here. This guy sees the motion of Edelman, so he starts widening out because Edelman is now his man. They're registering it too soon. So he's actually going to sprint across the formation to go defend Julian Edelman. And on top of that, look what's happening here where Julian Edelman, man, is coming across with him right here. And he's actually latching on to the tight end. Now, he actually gets over to the tight end pretty easily, but nonetheless, he is still coming over to that tight end, which is giving us a bunch of flexibility on what we can do with that tight end, especially if he's a good player. This guy's literally a fullback, so he's not very good. He's not going to create much separation. But if this guy's good, you're going to be able to do a lot of really cool things, and I'm going to be demonstrating what some of those might be. So once again, we are using Julian Edelman in the spot. You can use whoever. I really recommend going into a formation that you want to use. This is really good. I'll split close, which is my formation right now. I love using this type of concept. That's where that clip was from. But you can use this from a lot of different sets. And like I said, you can do something simple as motioning him, putting him on like a little out route right here, and doing something like this. Very simple, easy to see now, right? See how Y's just getting great separation, and it's super easy. I accidentally celebrate. Don't hit LT, you will celebrate, and you'll probably fumble. But what we can start getting creative with is if we start putting some speed there. This is where man is really one of the best ways to beat man. Route running is huge. But for like this type of concept, having speed right here is huge. Now, I'm not super familiar with these players, but I do know that Julian Edelman's super slow, and I know that Bird is faster than him. So we're going to put Bird there for the time being. I already have the fastest possible horse I can have a tight end. But imagine now if we put them both on streaks. Watch what's going to happen now. Bird and the tight end should both get some sort of free releases, and you're going to see he does. Little pass lead outside, and he's able to get a nice little rack into the outside. Obviously, he doesn't hold on to it right there, but you get a good idea of what the possibility is. And if we jump into instant replay one more time, you're going to be able to see what happens with this tight end. It's the same idea where, wow, once again, we don't have speed on this guy. I just don't have speed on him. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. I think you guys get the idea of it, though. We're going to be able to do a really good job of being able to glitch this out. And imagine a really cool thing is if this guy's on a corner route, imagine him going to this part of the field, it's going to be a touchdown. it's going to be a touchdown most of the time. Once again, just pass this out, and you will have a good chance at getting a nice rack. Obviously, he drops the ball. We're going to do it again. And so you guys get to really see it. I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining. If you guys have any questions, make sure you just leave a comment. I love answering questions. Make sure you leave a hashtag CivWave, by the way, as well, for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. That's a big deal. Make sure you comment something, all right? Make sure you comment something. But nonetheless, look, once again, motion him over just a step. Now, if you snap this too soon, it won't work. If you snap it too soon, it will not work. But once again, boom. And he's actually able to make a play on it. But if we go to a play, let's actually go into our audibles real fast so I can actually show you guys a really good example of it. Because what some people do, and this is actually super popular, and honestly, it's kind of on you to start, seeing what they're doing, is people start running this defense. This is super popular if you watch any pro streams, and that's where the streak comes into play. If they're not putting these flat zones, I just keep doing the out route. But if they're putting these flat zones like this, right, I'm going to start doing this, pass leaning up, and bada boom, bada bing. And that's just kind of adjusting. If you see that they're not putting flat zones, just put them on a little out route. You're going to get really, really good yardage, okay? And I just want to look at some of the other routes that we can do out of this specific formation to really give you guys a full idea of what we're able to do from this. And actually, the best way I can do it is, another example is gun A slot offset. Really, really good formation. You guys know, most of you guys know I've loved this formation for a while. But let's go back to dollar. Let's go back to cover one press. And it's going to be the same idea, right? Watch the man coverage as soon as I motion him over just a step. It's going to get glitched, and we have the opportunity to be able to take advantage of it. Some formations are obviously better than others, but nonetheless, they all kind of work to some similar extent. And different motions will do a different job as well. Right here, if we're going to motion Sanu, watch what happens to the man coverage if we motion Sanu. See, that one might actually be a little bit better because it gives you more space. So, if I was going to motion Sanu with this concept, I might do something like this, where I'm going to just, quite honestly, or how about this? We'll do it with the slot, and because corner routes are going to do a great job with this. Corner routes are going to do a super good job with this. So, boom, motion in a step. Julian Edelman's going to be wide open, assuming we didn't mess it up. And you see, there he is. He's wide open. You can do this out of a ton of stuff, guys. Like the trip stuff is probably the best, but that does not mean you can't do it from other stuff. And another thing is you can motion people across and then manipulate this on the way back. Watch right here as we're going to motion Julian Edelman back across, and watch what's going to happen to his zone. See how it gets all messed up? Now, of course, this isn't the correct route that you'd want him on, that post, but you get the kind of idea of what you can do when you motion him back across. Now, I hope this is making sense for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. You can do this from a lot of stuff. You really, really can. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with this. Another really good one that I'm a fan of is doing it out of bunch, and this is really cool in itself, where once again, guys, we're going to this cover one robber. You guys get the idea of that you can do it from a lot of things. At least I hope you guys are getting that. But look, once again, we're going to motion Harry across. And when we motion him back, I believe we should be able to get him on this same kind of glitch, and we do. But if we end up actually snapping it poorly. But I mean, that just goes to show you can still get it. You just, different formation, you can do different levels of better or worse on this. It's just a matter of finding what the best ways to do it inside of your formation that you choose. Like I said, I do it from split close. That's where that clip is from. It is awesome right there, guys. My split close ebook has been freaking phenomenal. If you're not watching me over on Twitch, you need to go right now into the description below and go follow my Twitch, and make sure to turn on the notification icon over there on the Twitch app, guys. We have so much fun over there. My first offensive ebook. Now I'm going crazy right now. I've gotten stopped. My offense is looking really, really good right now, and I've only gotten stopped a few times. I don't even have that good of a team inside of split close. That ebook is going to be dropping August 25th, and we have a ton of man beaters inside of there, a ton of natural zone beaters. Honestly, one of the best all-around formations that I quite honestly I've found. It's way better than a slot right now. I am loving the heck out of it. You can manipulate man, you can manipulate zone super easily, and you have some really, really cool audible downs. It's going to be going live August 25th, and if you don't want to purchase that individually and you're looking to get more of a full membership, like I talked about in the ad, use code CIVIL for 10% off a Ace Madden membership. We're releasing over 10 ebooks all year long, a bunch of pro level ebooks. You guys, you're not going to find a better combination of quantity and quality in the Madden ebook market than acemadden.com. Using code CIVIL for one of those memberships, get 10% off, guys. You're doing yourself a hell of a deal by doing that. I appreciate all y'all. Once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button or join the Civ Wave. We have a great thing going on over here, boys. Make sure to hit the like button, make it go ding. Helps me a ton in the YouTube algorithm. And leave a hashtag Civ Wave. I'll see you guys all in the next freaking video.